country songs. All right, let's get to Tracy out of Pennsylvania. How you doing, sir? You're on the air. Tracy.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
Hey, Tracy. Appreciate your call. You're on the air.
Hey, I hope you can hear me okay.
You're coming in.
Well, that's good. Yeah, so, I don't know, that last caller you had, he seemed like he was, pretty smart for a young fella.
Who was?
The last caller you had.
Oh, yeah, Alex. Right on.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get to the point where he's at now. He seems a little bit ahead of the game.
You think you think he's what?
He's a little bit ahead of the game in terms of spiritually.
And what
You
makes you say
see,
that?
it took me a while to kind of learn some of the things that it seems like he's learning. For example, my old man had a problem. He lived by the bottle.
Uh-huh.
That's the way it is.
Like alcohol, you mean?
Yeah, and my mother, he said his body was too young for working, too old for working, but I said his body was too young to look like his.
You're talking about your dad still.
And yeah, and my mother went off and left him.
How
You
long ago
know,
was this?
she, she wanted more from life than he could give.
Ah, it didn't work. Is that how long
So,
ago was this?
I figured somebody had to take care of him, so I stayed home. That's what I did.
Your father, you took care of him as your father passed?
Yeah, well, now I got my car, and yeah, he's gone, so I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about, taking my car and just moving to the city.
And why do you want to do that?
Well, I figure, maybe I could get a job and finally see what it means to be living. I've been in this small town, and just wasting away for a long time. Figure I'll take my
Ah.
girlfriend and move to the city. We could both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living.
You think so? You say you haven't been living up to this point, up
No,
till
I had to take care of my old man, my drunk old man for a long
right.
time.
How long did you do
So,
that for?
I learned those hard lessons that this young kid from Tennessee, he seemed like he learned those lessons before me.
Right. You don't have to say any details you don't want to say. I find this somewhat interesting. How long were you taking care of your father for? How long did you were you in that situation? And how old are you now, if you could say?
A number of years anyway. I stayed home. That's I took. Somebody had to take care of him, so I quit
Wow.
school, and that's what I did.
You quit school. So how old are you now?
I'm 48 years old.
You said 28 or 48?
48.
48. Father died. You had to take care of him for a huge part of your life. And it seems, and you're living out in some, I mean, you said town or something, and you're considering going to a city and finally starting to see what living is like. What is somewhat of an interesting story. And I find that almost a terrible thing that you had to take care of your father like that. Help me understand. Is that something you wanted to do,
Well,
or
I was lucky because I met this girl, right at the right time, and she kind of lit a fire under my ass, and she was the one that kind of said, "Hey, maybe we could get out of here. You still got your car. Your father just died. Maybe we could drive into the city. We could both get jobs and stuff, and try to see what it's like to be living."
I mean, why not? You have everything available to
Yeah,
you. If that's something you want to do, it's time to make it happen. So, what was it like having to take care of your father all that time?
well, it's just day to day. He would drink and drink, and I would go to work at the convenience store and try to save a little bit of money.
Ah, well, man, I
Come
wish you
back,
well with
take
all
care
that,
of
man.
him, clean up after him and stuff.
Ain't no reason not to make it happen. Look, sir, make it happen, man. And tell me and let me know about it. Let me know what life is like when you start living
Yeah,
it.
she kind of put the ultimatum to me. She's like, you got a fast car. You got a chance to get us out of
Ah,
here.
you are trolling, aren't you? You got me.
Said, we can leave tonight or live and
You
die this
got
way.
me.
So
I got a fast car. How's that go?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know that song. I'm talking about. You know that song. What's that song? What's that
What
song?
song? What
I
do you
got
mean?
a fast car. Come on. What's the next lyric?
What are you trying to say?
What's the next lyric? I want to
I,
take
I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about, Nick.
it. No, I'm talking about something else. I heard what you were saying. I got a song in my head. I was thinking of this artist, Tracy Chapman, and that song Fast Car. It's just a totally unrelated thing. I was just wondering if you knew the lyrics.
No, but I want to give a shout out to Hank because he didn't let the cat out of the bag.
Well, good work, Tracy. Call me again.
Okay, take care, Nick.
Right? He was troll. He was doing a little troll, right? It's the song. It's a song. He hit me with the song, right? I'm like trying to take it in, right? I'm like, yo, you had to take. Did she have to take care of her dad? See, my old man's got a problem. He lives with a bottle. That's the way it is. He says his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. When mama went off and left him, she wanted more from life than he could give. I said, somebody's got to take care of him. I quit school and that's what I did. You got me good, bro. You got me good, buddy. All right. I got more calls I want to get to you. 888 775 3773. Let me do this